Okay, so you just got yourself a Teletype machine. Congratulations. Now, one of the first things that you may need is paper. If you're lucky, you might have a little bit of paper still in the machine when you got it, and that can always be incredibly handy. Let me get that out of there. But more than often, you're not going to get any paper in the machine at all. Now, you can see these two indents across here. Usually with a Teletype machine, what you will find is that it's a single roll of continuous paper. There's no perforations, there's nothing about it. It's just a roll of paper that's on a spool. And drops in there, and it's all friction feed inside of the Teletype machine. And really, it's not all that difficult to get a hold of. Usually it's about $20, $20, $30, maybe $40 if you're unlucky on eBay. But it's not all that difficult to get. And for most people, that's not a problem at all. Then you might be one of the unlucky people that ended up with the tractor feed option. And yes, that seems like a strange option, but yes, it existed. And it's simply a redesigned carriage feed here. And it has this nice new removable control winder here, which actually locks. But yeah, it has tractor feed cogs on either side. And it won't take friction paper no matter what you try. You need to get the tractor feed paper for it. Okay, that's not too hard. I mean, tractor feed paper's been around for a while. I mean, you can get tractor feed paper at, say, Office Depot or something like that. And it's, like, not all that expensive. Maybe 15, 20, maybe a little bit more for the paper. But, yeah, not that expensive. However, notice how I had already pulled that sheet of paper out. There was a reason that came with it, and I found out, unfortunately. There are two different sizes. The sheet that the Teletype machine takes is an inch smaller than the regular paper that you would find for pretty cheap. And that's, I don't know, most people call this 8.5 by 11. Some people call it 9.5 by 11 if you include the tractor feed perforations on the side. But yeah, this stuff here, I would dare call it 8.5 by 11 full width if you include the perforations. 7.5 by 11 if you just include the plain white paper. This stuff is not easy to get a hold of. I spent about a year and a half poking around. Office Depot didn't have it. None of the local paper suppliers have it. Went down to Vancouver. No one had it there. Or at least I didn't know about that. You could buy it online. It's not cheap. It's special order material because, well, no one really uses this stuff anymore. It was going to cost me like $50 for a carton, plus like $80 for shipping, which is, well, what you'd expect for shipping a 25 to 30 pound box of paper across the border. Yeah, not fun at all. It kind of means that your Teletype machine makes paper a real premium. And then, thanks to a place called Free Geek in Vancouver, I came across this. And this is a full 2,500 sheet carton of Teletype paper. And as you can see, I've already marked it 7.5 by 11. And no, it turns out that at least since 2011, Grandin Toy has had this available as an orderable item, which kind of baffles me because I inquired with them about where the hell I could buy some of this, and they said they didn't have any. Maybe they've stopped stocking it, maybe they just didn't know what the hell I was talking about. But anyways, yeah, like, full box of 2,500 sheets right here, all attached together, perforations torn away, all that. Boom, kind of nice. Now, if you're lucky, maybe you did get the plastic spool that fit into here. And what you can do with this paper is that you can wind it back onto the spool. And that's exactly what I've done right here. And it's just the plastic spool in there. I've taped it in. It's kind of loose on the roll, but that's what I get for not really tightly winding it. And it just sits in the back of the Teletype machine. And, well, that takes care of your paper problem. I feel sorry if you have tractor feed paper, or you need tractor feed paper. Like I said, really don't know where to find it. This was just kind of by odd luck I found at Vancouver's Free Geek. As for paper tape, can't really help you there either. It kind of varies wildly depending on where you go. Some places will have it maybe for $10 a roll. Other places want like $50 to a roll. It's really hit and miss. Like, yeah. Anyways, yeah. there's my little thing on paper.